When it comes to being an oil painter, I think we can all agree, cleaning and changing your odorless thinner, paint thinner, mineral spirits, whatever you want to call it, is not a fun job. It's dirty, it's messy, you got to do it all the time so that way it doesn't negatively affect your painting. But you know what? It doesn't have to be a chore. That's right, you don't have to be a chore, because I'm going to share with you 2 awesome secrets that make changing and cleaning your thinner super easy. Here we go. Feel like my hair is out of control today. It's hot in California. How are you doing all there, my painting friends? I'm Wild, and I'm here to make you bigger and better with your creative adventures. Need help with tips, tricks, how-tos, tutorials, all that fun stuff? You came to the right place. Do me a favor and hit that big red subscribe button down below and tick that bell so you know when my videos go live for you. Now, I've already done one heck of an awesome video on how to change, clean, reuse, recycle your paint thinners. I'm gonna put that in the top right corner. But you know what? There's a couple of secrets I left out in that video I wanna share with you. Plus an awesome hack that somebody shared with me that blew my mind that I wanna share with you. So let's get right into it. Awesome secret number 1 is when you're done painting and you need to change or maintain your thinner, put all of your dirty thinner into a gallon Ziploc bag and then hang it off an edge with a C-clamp with it pointed down near the tip of the bag and let this sit here for 24 to 48 hours. As your bag sits here with the dirty thinner, it's gonna separate itself out just like oil and vinegar, where your heavy pigment and color is going to start settling near the bottom of the point of that bag and allowing your cleaner thinner to rise to the top of the bag. This is awesome because it sets you up for a lot of ways to clean and maintain your thinner down the road and even later in this video. That's really gonna help you out. But make sure you take the time to let your thinner sit, and if you do it in this bag by letting it sit over the edge with like a C-clamp and a Ziploc bag, oh my, it's so easy to change and clean your thinner much more often. Secret and tip number 2 is something I completely forgot to mention in that video about changing and cleaning your thinner, which is completely weird because I actually use this product all the time. And that's using the tool of cheesecloth and old school coffee filters to help keep your thinner clean as you're pouring it. Now there's an effective way to use these. What you want to do is buy a cheap little coffee dripper on Amazon. Got this for like $6 on Amazon. And what you want to do is take a piece of foam core and take a coffee mug, turn it upside down, draw a circle around the coffee mug, then cut that out. An X-Acto knife works great here. Then you can take that piece of foam core, go on top of what's going to be your clean thinner bucket, then put your coffee dripper on top of that, and then lay in a nice layer of cheesecloth or coffee filter. Now, I actually prefer the cheesecloth because it allows the liquid of the thinner to go through at a much faster rate. Coffee filter still works, but it's a much slower process. Now, there is a little bit of a side note I want you to know here. This isn't a miracle worker. It's just for making sure it's gonna catch that extra sediment or big chunks that may come from that dirty bag that we let sit for 24 to 48 hours. Don't expect your thinner to be extremely clean if you run it through these filters. These are just safety nets to catch the extra stuff. And when it comes to buying these two, if you plan on using this method, just use Amazon. You get a bunch of them for super cheap. That's what I did. Oh, and by the way, you can use the affiliate links down below. Thank you. Okay, secret and tip number 3 actually comes from a viewer in this community. I give him all the credit. However, I did improve it a little bit, but still credit goes to him. I'm gonna put his name here up on screen because he or she deserves it. Sorry, don't know who you are. Can't assume any genders on YouTube. People get mad so easily. I literally can't believe I didn't think of this, and I'm a genius in this stuff. This thing right here blew my mind. This is just a giant syringe that you can get off Amazon, and it works so good. I was so impressed. Now, I told you I improved the process, so allow me to elaborate on that. What you want to do is get one of these syringes I got on Amazon, plus the surgical tubing that comes with it. Just to let you know, I put a link down below for the exact one I got, so that way you can buy it. What you want to do is allow your thinner to hang, like we said, for 24 to 48 hours, so that way the pigment in thinner separates out. Then take that bag and put it in a bucket and allow it to sit for a little bit just in case it got jostled around. Then you're gonna take your syringe, attach the surgical tubing to the tip, and then put the other end into the bucket, sitting right above where the sediment would be sitting within that bucket. I really like to make sure I clamp it down with a clothespin or an A-clamp like you can see here. That way the tube doesn't move around and it stays in position just to soak up the clean thinner that's sitting on top. All you have to do is slowly start pulling on the syringe to soak up all the clean thinner. That's it. It's amazing. And the cool part about this is when you clamp it in position, you can really see through that surgical tubing if it starts to pick up sediment, so that way you can stop pulling and you know you got all the clean thinner out. When you're done, you can either disconnect the surgical tubing and pour it into your new clean bucket, or you can just move the surgical tubing with the nose up and then move it into the bucket and just push the thinner back in through the syringe. This works fantastic. Once you get pretty much all the clean thinner out, you can really kind of pull your dirty bucket with that plastic bag in there more flat and go in there and soak up the rest of what you think is the clean thinner. Look at your syringe to see if it's clean and then add it to your cleaning bucket. I kid you not, this blew my mind. How did I not think of this? This is fantastic. Thank you to the community out there for sharing this awesome secret. I started using this nonstop. You guys are just so awesome. Literally, I am super bummed that I did not think of this. If you do go with one of these giant syringes, please do me a favor. Since it's gonna have things like odorless thinner, mineral spirits, paint thinner, all that stuff, make sure you mark on the back here for what the use is. Put painting only, so that way other people don't use it, because all the chemicals that are gonna go in here are toxic. You don't want somebody to use this for like baking or anything else, okay? I literally love this thing so freaking much. It is awesome. Thank you for sharing. What are you doing watching the video? Go buy this right away. And if you want to buy one, you can use the links down below. They help support my channel, so thank you very much. And if you need any more tips, tricks, tutorials, anything awesome, I'm gonna do you a favor and put a couple of videos over here to the side. Hey, let's put one about that changing and maintaining thinner, and then maybe a painting tutorial. That will get you started on your adventures. Wild here, making sure you're bigger and better. And as always, take care. And of course, peace. Sometimes it's fun to be goofy.